It is the best day of Melchizedek. It is the best day of the King of Salem. It is the best day of Melchizedek. It is the best day of God of my King. I'm the super race of Melchizedek. And Daddy, I know soon I will see you. Like a sensible virgin, I'll be waiting for you. Always and forever, my lamp will be full. To serve you, my God, to serve you, my King. We are your people, Melchizedek.
Hello, sensible virgins of the super race. Today's topic is Unanimous with the Lord and with thy neighbor, Part 2, Lesson 657.
Greetings to all of our fellow soldiers, to the army of Melchizedek who is present and does not let go of their armors and are fighting the good fight of faith. Abba, Father.
A greeting to all unanimous with the Lord Melchizedek and Lisbeth, and unanimous with one another. Thank you, sis, for the privilege.
Abba, Father. Our God asked me to continue the previous topic because there are so many details and it's important that we are in that inseparable union. In this way, you will all feel much closer to Him and understand how much He loves you all. So then, today's topic is Unanimous with the Lord and with thy neighbor, Part 2. Abba, Father, it's important, beloved, to understand what fornication means when it comes to God and His church, the husband and his wife. And when you hear the word fornication, don't think it's something physical, but rather a separation or violation of your own body. And if you're one with the Lord, then the fornication is against the one who is one with you, who is God. And there you don't have to be physically married, but in the spirit you are married to God, and that isn't something physical but by faith, because He uses His marriage with us as an example in order to be able to compare. That's to say that those who are not married or don't have a physical partner, in their spirit they already come with a spirit whom is their partner. Although now you don't see it physically, it exists by faith. So for those of you who don't have a partner yet, you must behave as if you have one, so that when it does manifest, you may love that partner as you love God.
Wow.
That's how it was from the beginning, sis. That was the perfect union between male and female, which is the likeness and image of God and His wife, Melchizedek and Michael. God always uses something physical in order to compare the spiritual things. That is the only way that living beings will understand the things of God. And He tells us that we need to love each other as if we are one flesh. If it is not this way, then you're dishonoring your own body. Look at how Paul says it in the letter to Romans.
In Romans chapter 1, verse 24. God also gave them up to uncleanness in the lusts of their hearts, to dishonor their bodies among themselves.
But before they integrated in that filth, they had already fornicated in their minds against their God, not understanding the magnitude of being one with Him, with the Lord, and that your mind and your body belongs to Him. Notice how important that union is, that if you violate that union, you can make your tree bad and bear bad fruit. Always remembering, though, that the tree is in the mind, and from there the abundance of the heart is manifested. Let's see what Jesus of Nazareth said in Matthew.
In Matthew chapter 12, 30 to 33. He who is not with me is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters abroad. Therefore I say to you, every sin and blasphemy will be forgiven men, but the blasphemy against the Spirit will not be forgiven men. Anyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man, it will be forgiven him. But whoever speaks against the Holy Spirit, it will not be forgiven him, either in this age or in the age to come. Oh, that reminds me of what Melchizedek and you told us of erased and a new account, so that you don't keep doing it.
Exactly.
Wow. Verse 33. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or else make the tree bad and its fruit bad. For a tree is known by its fruit.
There it is referring to that perfect union between God, who is the Spirit, and us, who are one with Him. Aye, Father, sis, that's why He calls us to submit to one another in the fear of God. That is the only way that you will be faithful to Him and to your husband or your wife, whom is one with you. And if you fear the Lord, then you love yourself, and it's because you love God first, and then you can easily love your husband or your wife. And because of that love, you take care of that body, because you understand that you're not alone and that no one wants to hurt their own body. It's where God lives. On the contrary, those of us who have been chosen to be saints and without margin of error before the Lord, Abba Father, what we want is to always please our loved ones and at the same time be pleased. And it's not in vain to be this way. It's not in vain to give yourself to that Spirit that lives in your mind. We need to make the effort to love with many details and not neglect our love. Well, think of sowing and reaping. That's a law that even God in His own veil could not escape. And if you're careful in doing everything in excellence for God and for your partner, imagine how you will reap. You will reap without limits. You will see it in your finances, in your health, in your children, your job, and everything. You will see the results of being faithful to the King.
So, sis, with that order in mind, we send all thoughts captive. We are like that good tree that bears good fruit. And we love God like He loves us. And in that manner, we can love our neighbor like in the beginning.
That's right, sis. Abba Father, let's see what Paul says about that union, that subjection between one another in Ephesians.
Submitting to one another in the fear of God. How beautiful.
How beautiful, sis, and beloved, how Daddy loves us. Our King is taking us to an excellence. Imagine, so that we may love as He loves. That is the only way that we will understand how great that love is. How beautiful that He gives us His word, His eternal love, that are the armors to be able to fight the good fight of faith that begins in the mind. And with this information, sis, we can do it in excellence for our King,
Abba
with
Father.
quality. Abba Father. To love thy neighbor as you love yourself is the guarantee that we will live eternally, sis.
Abba Father.
Abba Father. This is so beautiful that there is nothing that can damage this love.
Abba Father.
Your body is in a perfect union, and that body submits to the head. In the same manner, we must be united to one another, like the angels who were faithful to each other. Because those who live this way truly love God.
That's how it is.
And those are the 300 that will be transformed.
Abba
so
Father.
that they may govern the nations. Abba Father. And look how it says in this beautiful verse that we are seeing with an unveiled face like a mirror at the Lord's glory. And when you look into a mirror, sis, you're looking at
How
yourself.
beautiful. Abba Father. That's right. Let's take a look at second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 18. But we all, with unveiled face, beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory, just as by the Spirit of the Lord. Oh,
How beautiful, us being with an unveiled face like a mirror looking at the Lord's glory. Each day we grow and we're reaching the stature of the perfect man.
Abba Father.
That's right. And we are transformed from glory to glory in the same
Oh, how
image
beautiful.
as per the Spirit of the Lord. Wow, if we could only see ourselves as He sees us,
Oh,
beloved.
how
How beautiful. One day you will fall asleep and you will close your eyes, and when you open them, then you will see the reward that our God has prepared for each and every one of us according to our work.
How beautiful.
But all of His word must be fulfilled first. He is a God of order, and we have His patience to await that perfect time, because all of the honor and glory has to be only for
Abba
Melchizedek.
Father.
Abba, Father. And if the world knew this, what we know, that they are one with the Lord, there would be no theft, abuse, mistreatment, crimes, homicides. No, because their fear would be God. They would think, oh my God, who is one with me is watching me all the time, and I'm not going to do bad things. I'm going to take captive of those thoughts, and I won't do wrong for the fear of God who is in them, right? And there wouldn't be divorces and lawsuits in this world. There would be perfection,
Yes,
as you already
Abba,
see,
Father.
between us. But there are still a few cosmetics that need to be fixed, and for this our Father gives us these marvelous topics to assist each other on the way. We're almost there, beloved, almost there. There's little time left. Abba, Father, beloved, rejoice. Our reward is coming soon. Big hug. We love you.
Let's confess. Thanks, Archangel Michael, for the instructions. We are faithful to our King, and we know that we are one with Him. We are waiting for our reward soon to come. For Melchizedek and for Lisbeth.
It is the best day of Melchizedek. It is the best day of the King of Salem. It is the best day of Melchizedek. It is the best day of God of my King. I am a brave soldier for you, my King. I am a firm warrior, and for you I will fight. Even though the battle has already been won, I will always defend you forever, my King. To serve you, my God, to serve